Well, hello my fellow individuals. I am Mr. Minimask Man here, and today I'm going to react to the new Underworld trailer, Underworld Blood Wars. The new one coming out. And if you've not seen the trailer, please check that one out first on the description box down below, before you watch this reaction, of course. So, Underworld, oh man. It's been a while since I've seen Underworld, to be honest with you. Okay, so it was Underworld, obviously the first one, then Underworld Evolution, Underworld Rise of the Lycans, that one, and then the last one was, I think it was Underworld Awakening. Out of all of them, the Awakening was one that I kind of least remember. I need to watch that one again, because I've only seen that one once. I think I've seen everything else at least minimum twice each. I remember a lot from Rise of the Lycans and Evolution, and a bit of the first one as well. But Awakening, I can barely remember Underworld Awakening. I know it had something to do with a girl. I don't know if she was a hybrid or something. It's something about a girl. I remember that, where, you know, Kate Beckinsale's character, he has to protect her and stuff like that from, I guess, I don't know if it was the other vampire lords or from the Lycans. I think it was, it's usually vampires in this case. The main enemies are always vampires. The Lycans, or werewolves in this case, they're always just kind of, they were a bit in the beginning, they were the antagonists somewhat of in the first one, and a bit of mainly the first one, and then somewhat in the second one as well. But the vampires are usually the main ones that she has to go against her own race, if I recall, on this one. And then I kind of like Rise of the Lycans because it was like the beginning of the war between, you know, both the vampires and the Lycans. If I think it was, what was his name? I think it was Lucius. That's where, you know, where they explain more about Lucius's character, and so of why there was this war and all that between them. So let me see, Awakening. I really have to remember that one. But hey, we're getting a fifth one now, so I think I remember there was meant to be another sequel to this one. Now I don't know if this is the last one or they're still gonna go. I don't know. The Underworld movies, it's not too bad. I'm okay with it. And it's kind of funny. I've actually kind of noticed that almost all of them are 3 years apart. Because the first one, I think, came out around 2002, 2003. I think 2003. And then Underworld Evolution was 3 years later, I believe, 2006. I remember Rise of the Lycans was 2009. So I think it was a 3-year interval. And Awakening, I can't remember if that was 2012 or 2013. One of those two. If it was 2012, then there's a three-year gap each time, except for this one right now, because it was 2012. This is, I don't know when this one, I don't know when this was coming out. I know it was this year or 2017. I think I have to look. I'll probably say it. But yeah, so it's definitely a little bit more than 3 years in this case. So, but I guess they're taking their time on this. Like I said, I don't know how many more we're gonna get, but these movies I'm kind of okay with. Yeah, I think I feel much more comfortable watching a little bit more of these, as long as they don't overmilk it compared to the Resident Evil movies, to be honest. But let's say I definitely like the first three. Awakening, like I said, I can barely remember. If I can barely remember, I don't think I was 100% into it compared to the first three films. So, but hey, you can't go wrong with Kate Beckinsale. So, but without further ado, let me just watch this trailer, see what's all about, and then probably break it down and explain more things about it. So, without further ado, let's watch it right now. The classic.
The vampire and Lycan clans have been at war for centuries, turning our world into a battlefield.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember all these scenes, so. Yeah, these are from all the movies.
For me, the fight is personal. Everyone I've ever loved has been hunted down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
War is being waged.
This day is bound to come.
Okay, here we go, new stuff. January? Okay, so it is next year, 2017.
We must not rest until we have destroyed their final sanctuary. You need to leave. She cannot be trusted.
Tell your Marius, I'm not finished with this war.
Marius, okay.
Perhaps the key.
Lycans grow stronger. I fear more blood will be spilled than ever before.
Reflector are coming!
Nice.
Impossible.
What happened? Underworld. Blood Wars. Gotcha. The hell? What? In 3D? Yeah, not really a fan of 3D. Okay. This seems like a typical Underworld trailer, so yeah, first half just kind of recapped from the past movies, and then right now, okay, so it's definitely continuing. So I remember the name Maurice, so I think that was the main villain now she was after, the vampire. So yeah, I think I have to watch the movies again, not just Awakening, but the rest, to kind of see the storyline flow. Because I can't fully remember where they left off. I mean, and so for what Kate Beckinsale's character is trying to do exactly, like take down all the vampires, or in this case, they gave hints like take down the bloodline or something like that. So I assume evolving the main antagonist's bloodline, so kill him and the rest from him to get it out of the way between this war between the Lycans and the vampires. Because I think she's trying to resolve both issues with those two races, and no more, humans getting killed in the middle, right? So, yeah, I'm trying to see, but it's interesting nonetheless. So, something to see in theaters? Not really. I prefer more the Underworld movies just to see it at home. It's nothing too, I have to see it, but something worth watching at least, and to kill some time and probably enjoy it for sure. Definitely, I enjoyed almost all of them. So, like I said, the first three I for sure enjoyed them. The Awakening, like I said, I gotta rewatch that one because I can't fully remember much of the storyline or where they left off on that movie. And I wasn't really, and I somewhat remember I wasn't that much into it, so I think that's why I can't remember all of it, because I was just kind of, it was okay, just kind of watch things and all that. But the first three I really liked. I did that one. I do like this first three for sure. But okay, so it's coming out next year, January. So yeah, it's coming pretty soon, just a few months away. Alrighty. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Kate Beckinsale in films, right? At least from what I recall, I don't keep track of her, all the movies that she's been, So I don't know, maybe she's done movies already by this time, I just haven't seen them, or I'm not aware of them. I'm not sure. So, but yeah, I mean, let's see. Because I don't know. There's the other thing that I kind of makes me not. I don't feel maybe exactly hyped for it as I used to, is because as years pass by, the whole vampire and werewolf thing just it drained me out, because it's so many other movies, shows. And I know people mentioned Twilight is the one that started to screw up the whole vampire and werewolf deal. So that's I guess the majority to blame. I guess I'll say the majority to blame is when it started with Twilight. But even besides Twilight, if you even get Twilight out of the picture, like the rest, like the other series and some other TV shows or other movies that focus too much on the whole vampire werewolf thing, it's just they've been overdoing it during that time. That I just don't care that much anymore, to be honest, with the whole fight of who won between a vampire and a werewolf or so forth. I just don't, because like they went with that for, especially in the early 2000s all the way to probably mid to late 2000, before 2010. Like that whole year right there, almost the whole decade of that time, it was just all vampires and werewolves were the thing. And then afterwards, we got the zombie situation. So, yeah, and then they're just kind of going with zombies, with movies, the TV shows, TV series, the games, even video games, just all about zombies. I really hate it when they do that. I really hate when they really milk something like that, and anything in general, anything when they're just milking the cow, because it was awesome in the beginning, but they just done it so much that you're just kind of meaning they have to really step up their game to really get you to go back to that again and enjoy seeing those again. Like maybe some new aspects, something new that hasn't been done yet between those specific monsters, like with the vampires, the werewolves, now the zombies. And then I think recently just a bunch of post-apocalyptic stuff. That's more the new thing they do as well. They're definitely overdoing that one as well, if I recall. Oh man, but so I'm just kind of I guess going back with this, I'm not blaming the movie for not giving me hyped. I think it's just because of the time. Like at this time, I think it's almost kind of hard, to kind of get back into that again, the whole vampires and werewolves. Because besides Kate Beckinsale in the film, the story and everything is pretty straightforward. Nothing too holy crap. What do I need to see? What do I need to find out to happen next? I wasn't really too much into the story. That's why I just kind of enjoy the movies just for the sake of entertainment. Because you see Kate Beckinsale and you see vampires, werewolves, and just gore and just killing each other, and your favorite monsters fighting to the death. I want some, villains here and there, etc. And the story's kind of okay. It's okay. The story's pretty alright. For what I'm trying to remember, of course. So, yeah. But so, yeah, I don't blame the film itself for not giving me that excitement as I used to back then. For sure back then when Underworld came out the first time and all that, I was just like, wow. And then, the whole vampire werewolves thing started popping up until, like I said, until Twilight came out. I would say especially around the second movies when it started to get worse, where it was like the nail in the coffin. So, about the whole vampires and werewolves. And then that it just went downhill for sure. For the most part, at least. Because I remember the one that I liked before, when it was the whole vampire werewolf thing conflict, I remember Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman. I actually really liked that movie. It was kind of one of an awesome, cool, just popcorn flick, B-rated action film. And with the old Transylvanian monsters and so forth. I mean, it's not meant to be a masterpiece, but it was entertaining nonetheless. I kind of like to see the old school. You saw Frankenstein, the vampires, the werewolves, Dracula, Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. And I kind of like what they did with that one. So that's why I kind of get into it. And then Underworld, like around that time period, I just really liked it. But now I'm just drained of it. Don't care that much anymore, to be honest. Will I still see the movie? Yeah, definitely, but not in theaters. It's not something I would go and see in theaters and pay a ticket to see it. It's probably something I would definitely wait in Redbox. So, probably in Redbox Redbox I would say. Unless some friends or whatever have the movie and then I can borrow the film and watch it. But yeah, nothing too urgent though. But overall, I think it's going to be I think it's going to be good. Not exciting good, not holy cow good, but I think good or decent. Like okay. At the lowest, I would say maybe mediocre. At the lowest, mediocre. I don't think it would be a terrible film unless they really screw it up. But again, I can't exactly blame the film. It hasn't even came out, so I can't even judge it yet. But it's just the whole vampire and werewolf thing is just, if they're going to bring that back, they have to do something completely new, completely fresh and different for good, of course. Not what I mean by fresh and good. What they did with Twilight is like, oh, let's do something new with vampires and werewolves, and then that basically really screwed up everything for me. And then the movies and shows after that and TV series just, I think it's just the timing. The timing, they have to wait a little longer. But I know they don't have time to wait. If they're going to continue the Underworld movies, they kind of want to keep going. They don't want to wait like a 10-year, 20-year hiatus. Hiatus, there we go. Sorry. A break. And then, say, oh, hey, we're bringing it back. I'm taking it back. Sorry, Clerks 2 thing. But yeah, so, I guess we'll see. We'll see. But overall, again, sorry, I keep saying that, I think it'll be decent, just to be fair. I think it'll be decent. So, but yeah, that's all I got to say on that, at least as far as I know. But anyways, if you liked the video, you know what to do. So, I hope you guys have a nice day.